but I have to just say, anyone who has doubted me over the past decade about this evil woman now needs to eat some humble pie.
The reason why these pictures are so problematic for Meghan Markle is because these pictures place her with Jeffrey Epstein.
Meghan is at the bottom of the barrel.
In fact, I've seen the tapes. I've got them somewhere. God knows where now. I've got them on some.
So you've seen Nudie Rudy Meghan too?
I've seen more than one thing.
She's a con artist.
It was really important to me. I remember where I come from.
Let me take you through what Tom Bower has revealed. He's told the Daily Mirror, I've got a lot of new material already, and I think the whole world wants new insights. It's an amazing story.
Yesterday, we broke down what Tom Bower found inside Betrayal, Camilla's 6 words, the Sentably brand audit, the Johnny Depp comparison at 40,000 feet, Sophie Chandaka telling Harry his wife had destroyed his earning power. If you haven't watched that, go now, because today's video starts where that one stopped.
I can't wait to read this. There are many, many unanswered questions when it comes to Meghan Markle.
Here's what kept nagging me after we finished. The Sussexes have been criticized in print by Piers Morgan, Samantha Markle, Valentine Lowe, and Thomas Markle Sr. They ignored all of it. Tom Bower published Revenge in 2022, accused Meghan of social climbing, manipulation, and calculated image control. They said nothing.
They tried to hide the files and they failed.
Omid Scobie's Endgame accidentally leaked the names of 2 senior royals accused of racism. They stayed silent, but Betrayal, 12 days before a single copy shipped. Their spokesperson released the most aggressive public statement in Sussex history, called it deranged conspiracy and melodrama. And everyone, myself included, assumed the panic was about the brainwashing claim, or the Sentably collapse, or the Invictus footage. Reasonable guess. Wrong answer.
For so long, there have been rumors that many of us believe are true.
When you read the serialized excerpts in the Times, all of them front to back, you notice something strange. The material that actually scared them, it isn't in the book, not yet. The serialization covered Harry's isolation, Camilla's warning, the charity implosion. It didn't touch the one subject that makes Bower's mainstream credibility genuinely dangerous to Meghan. Hold that thought, because 4 days after those excerpts hit newsstands, someone at The Spectator decided to say the quiet part out loud.
The Yacht girl. Oh my God. Ghislaine Maxwell spoke. She said so. Virginia Roberts spoke. They both talked about Meghan Markle, but the world chose to ignore it. And even now, with these pictures out in the public domain, the press still refuses to expose Meghan Markle.
An Islamophobic attack. She is, by most professional standards, radioactive. She also writes for The Spectator, founded 1828, one of the oldest continuously published magazines in the English language. On March 17, 2026, Burchell published a column titled "Spare Us the Girls' Weekend, Meghan," mocking Meghan's upcoming luxury women's retreat in Sydney, tickets priced at nearly 3,000 Australian dollars. The column was crude, personal, exactly what you'd expect from Burchell. And buried in the middle of the ridicule, she wrote this: "No one will get to ask anything interesting, like how many yachts she was a guest on before she met her prince. Was it double figures or triple?" Read that again.
The key line there, and the line that really interested me, was not a question about whether she was a yacht girl, but just simply stating as a fact and then asking, was it double figures or triple in terms of how many yachts she was a guest on before she met Prince Harry?
A columnist writing in a magazine that has published since before the Crimean War printed a direct reference to the yacht allegations. Not on YouTube, not on a Reddit thread, not on a TikTok stitch, in The Spectator, with editors, with lawyers, and it passed review. That distinction matters, because for 7 years, these questions lived exclusively in the world of independent media, anonymous accounts, and conspiracy forums. Mainstream British outlets treated the topic like it didn't exist.
The Meghan Markle yacht girl claims simply will not go away. And you know I've spoken about this before, but until now, no one in the mainstream media has been brave enough to go there. Well, that has just changed.
Burchell's column didn't prove anything about Meghan's past, but it proved something about the media's willingness to keep ignoring it. That willingness, as of March 17th, is gone.
Tom Bower is forensic in his investigations, and he does them over a period of time. This is not like a Daily Mail hatchet job or anything like that. He has a very solid track record.
Before we go further, I need to draw a line, a thick one, because this story has been polluted by fabrication, misidentified photos, and conspiracy content so reckless that it got entire YouTube channels removed in January's purge. Some of what circulates online about Meghan's pre-Harry years is verified. Some is attributed to named sources, and some is completely made up. This video only deals with the first two categories. My analysis is mine. The facts are on the public record. Here's what is verified.
Once a Soho House basic, always a Soho House basic bitch.
Marcus Anderson, Global Membership Director at Soho House. Canadian-born, started as a waiter, climbed to become the right hand of founder Nick Jones. Anderson met Meghan during her Suits years in Toronto. He attended her royal wedding in 2018. He attended her baby shower in New York in 2019. Royal correspondent Katie Nicholl reported on Channel 4 that Harry asked Anderson to set up, not a date, but an opportunity for them to meet in a private room at Soho House.
This guy has been around all of the time. Isn't that suspicious to you? Because it is for me. It is something strange.
Now, Anderson wasn't the original matchmaker. Harry's own memoir confirms that Violet von Westenholz first connected them via Instagram in July 2016. Anderson managed the logistics, the early dates, the introductions. He was the infrastructure. Tom Bauer wrote in Revenge, his first Meghan book, published 2022, that Meghan attended Brett Ratner's parties in Hollywood several times per week for years.
She's been flown all over the world. The Suits cast members didn't understand where she got the money to fly business class all over the world.
Her childhood friend, Ninaki Pretty, told Bauer she was a conniving social climber who had her sights on snagging a prince ever since she was in high school. That's not my characterization. That's a direct quote from someone who knew her before any of this began.
You have to question that, and you have to address it, and it has to be something that we continue to talk about, because there is something there that we need to find the missing pieces to, because I believe a lot of it was scrubbed off of the internet way before we even knew who Meghan Markle was.
And here's where it gets uncomfortable, because the man who owned roughly 60% of Soho House at the time was Ron Burkle, American billionaire, Yucaipa Company's founder. Burkle's name appears in Jeffrey Epstein's address book. His name appears on Epstein's private jet flight logs. When the U.S. Department of Justice unsealed the second batch of Epstein court documents in January 2024, Burkle's name surfaced again, not in a criminal capacity, but deep enough in the paperwork to make headlines. Nobody, and I mean nobody, has produced evidence that Burkle had any direct relationship with Meghan. That claim does not exist in any credible reporting.